Why are Alperen Sengun and the Houston Rockets struggling on the road? Let's talk about it. What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Summit State of Mind, presented to you by the Apollo Podcast Network and powered by Celebrity Mint. In this episode, we are going to discuss your last chance, that's right, all of you, your last chance to vote Alperen Sengun to the All-Star Game. We're going to talk takeaways from Rockets' loss to the Knicks and why the Rockets have been currently struggling on the road as of late. We're going to discuss the latest in Rockets trade rumors, and we're going to talk about our dog of the week. Once again, if you see and look around, I'm in studio. So, of course, I'm joined by my co-host, the GM Justin, and my other co-host, the big dog, DJ. My boys, my fellas, my brothers in arms, in good times and in bad, in sickness and in health. How we doing?
We're here. We barely made it.
Jeez, the depression is real.
Tough. It's tough. It's just been tough, but let's just get it over with, man. we was bound to talk about it. So
Gotta talk about it.
We gotta talk about it. So
well, I want to talk about why the Rockets are
I'm down.
sucking right now. I mean, we're gonna call a spade here. They fucking suck right now.
They suck.
So we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
But before we do, let's go into it right now. Look, it's our last chance here. We got the third return votes here for Alperen Sengun getting into the All-Star game. Still ranked number 6. But we're looking at, what are we looking at, DJ?
1.3?
Yeah, a little over
1.3 million.
Okay, 1.3.
Yeah,
We're looking at
1.3
over 1.3 million shout outs to the 1.3 million voters that have been getting it.
Always.
Shout outs to Turkey, obviously, for continuing to do work for Alperen Sengun. Boys, let's talk about it right now. You're our last chance to vote Alperen Sengun to the All-Star game. If I were to put you on a podium and basically say, hey, why should you vote for Alperen Sengun? How are you going to convince the listener? DJ, you first.
Despite the recent struggles, he's okay. I'm sorry. Despite the recent struggles, man, he's been killing it. He's been going toe to toe with some of these bigs in the league. I mean, he's the reason why we have he's one of the reasons why we have a winning record. He's putting up 21, 22 points per game with 95. I would like to see the rebound numbers go up, but he's doing the best he can. But we need that rebound number to go up. But I mean, what is there to say? He's the best player on the team not by far, but he's the best player on the team, man. And he's giving it his all every night and he deserves it. He deserves it. His first All-Star appearance. Hey, he needs it, man. And shout out to Turkey for coming out there, and voting, man.
Shout out to Turkey once again.
Oh, love
Clap
Turkey.
it up.
I'm going to visit Turkey.
Do it one time for the country.
One year I'm going to visit Turkey, and I'm going to just give everybody a big hug, man.
Shout outs to the country of Turkey. Shout outs to Omer Ashik.
The Turkish community.
Yeah, shout out to Chetty Osman, too, man.
Chetty Osman.
Even though he plays for the enemy, but shout out to Chetty Osman, man. I love my Turkish people.
Someone commented on Chetty Osman on the YouTube saying that we should get him just to make Alpy happy. Man, what an idea.
I mean,
No. I was playing.
He's like, nah. All right, good points, DJ. All right, over to you, GM. Let's talk about it. You're on a podium. How do you convince a voter to vote for Alperen Sengun?
3 years ago, Alperen Sengun was drafted 16th overall by your Houston Rockets. Was 16 or 18?
16.
16, okay. My memory serves me correct. But I'm talking to you, young people of America and around the world. Vote for Turkey's favorite son, Alperen Sengun, your starting center of the Houston Rockets and currently the leading scorer. He deserves all of our votes, all of our support. Houston, we need you. We need you to dial it in and remember that we need an all-star. It'd be the first time in 3 years since we've had an all-star since James Harden was here.
Yeah, Russ.
Now's your time to shine, guys. Ladies and
Facts.
gents,
Yep.
we need all of you. We need your support. Houston, Turkey, everyone around the world. We're even looking at you, Philippines. Send our boy, Alperen Sengun, to the All-Star game.
Get it done. That's right. I couldn't say it any better myself. I mean, that's basically it, guys. Your last chance. Voting ends on the 20th Saturday from wherever. Well, 20th in the United States. So I guess if you're a day ahead, it would end the 21st on y'all. I don't really know the metrics of other countries. So But it's going to end on the 20th. So it's your last chance. Last push. Let's get all of the votes in. Once again, I'm going to make it as easy for you all as possible. Just go on the link in the description, click on it, put in your email, cast your vote. That's it. And I think on the 19th, which is the day before the last day, your vote's going to count triple. Yeah. So make sure you get that done. Me and DJ, our hands are going to be full.
Oh, yeah. I got
all my different fake emails.
Yeah. I got my laptop, my work laptop. I got my phone. I might buy a burner phone tomorrow. Hey, you never know, man.
I'm going to buy a couple burners as well.
I'm on all of it. You don't want 1 million votes? Those were because of me. You know.
1 million because of DJ. 300,000 because of the country of Turkey. Thank you. Well, bottom line, guys, so we'll make it easy for y'all to vote. Make sure we can get Alperen Sengun to the All-Star game no matter what, whether it's a starter, a reserve. Your vote's going to count. Your vote's going to matter. Your vote is going to sway in the eyes of the coaches, of the players. So be sure to cast your vote right now. Alperen Sengun, look, we talked about the good of what it could mean for Alperen Sengun getting to the All-Star game. Let's hope he gets in. Let's talk about the negatives now. Let's dial it in. Okay, the Rockets lost last night to the New York Knicks, 109-294, after I had requested a Garden performance out of Alperen Sengun. Unfortunately, it did not happen accordingly to plan. The Rockets on their 6-game road trip go 1-5, squeaking out one win against the all-time lowly Pistons that are literally on track right now to break the record for least wins an entire season. The Rockets squeak out the only win against them. So the Rockets, in terms of struggling, is an understatement. Let's go into it right now. Last night, 109-94. DJ, over to you first.
Go to your brother.
Takeaways.
Go
to your
brother. I don't want to.
All right, he is bequeathing the choice over to the GM. GM, over to you. 109-94. Takeaways.
It was just a pathetic performance, honestly. I mean, I don't want to say overall terrible. The defense played well enough to win. It's just that the offense lagged behind. And it's a league of made buckets, guys. You got to make buckets to win in this league. And when you're putting in the effort defensively, yes, you know, it can definitely get you somewhere. But like we've stated all year, our offense has been slow and predictable. And last night, and this road trip overall has kind of showed how predictable our team has become on the offensive end. Our pace is so slow to the point that these teams are starting to figure it out, and they're starting to see like what we're gonna run. This Fred VanVleet, Alperen Sengun pick and roll, yes, I get it. You know, like I get it. It's effective, but we got to find different wrinkles here and there. And a lot of these players are not empowered to do more in this offense. And I understand. Ime wants to win, and he wants to run with his bread and butter. That'll lead to wins. But based on what we've seen, the team doesn't have an identity anymore. With Dylan coming back at this time when we really need him, but the team is in the middle of a skid. We're going to need more out of everyone else to dig ourselves out. We just can't have Dylan be the main guy who defends everybody. We're definitely missing Tari. Tari's been gone for quite a while, and we're really, really feeling those effects. But we need all these players to step up in addition to LP. I mean, Fred, yes, he's performed. He doesn't turn the ball over very well, but if you looked at the graphic that had the 5 worst shooting percentages in the league, we have 2 players there. One is number 2 overall is Jalen Green, and number 3 is Fred VanVleet. So
that's our starting backcourt.
That's our starting backcourt.
Oh, my God.
And when your starting backcourt is 2 of the top 5 in terms of worst shooting percentages, especially with the volume that Fred shoots as well, it's definitely can spell disaster. I'm not saying that I'm personally angry at Fred. I understand why he's shooting the ball. He's empowered to. Jalen, you know, he's struggling, and he's been struggling. You know, that there's definitely a lot more there in terms of just what's on the court. I don't know what's happening off the court, but all I can say is, Jalen, man, whatever's going on, I'm really sorry. And we really hope as Rockets fans that you can dig it out, man, that you can dig out of it. Remember that we're here to support you. Don't listen to all the negative noise. You're still a member of this team, and we will always support you through thick and thin. But overall, it's just been pathetic, man. Last night was pathetic. It was hard to watch as a fan. We've seen how well we've played in terms of playing good teams in this league, but it just looks like the team has regressed. And you can see definitely tired legs is starting to be a thing. We're 19-21, so
Yeah.
we're almost at the
19-20.
halfway mark of the season.
No, we're literally one game from the halfway mark now.
So, this is kind of what what I didn't anticipate it to be this bad, but I anticipated that legs were going to start to wear down, especially with the minutes for Fred. LP, the dependency on LP is definitely going to take a toll. But like I stated, we really need other players to step up. Ime, we need some adjustments, brother. I believe in you still. But now is definitely the time to open up the playbook a little bit and see what else is in the back pages. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got to
Right.
run some trickery a little bit in there. It'll make it a little fun for the guys.
Yeah. Well, considering that the record is 19-21 doesn't sound so bad. When two of your backcourt players represent the top 3 of worst percentages in the league, the fact that you're 19-21 almost seems like a miracle if you actually think about it to a degree.
Yeah.
The fact that you're 19-21 after a 1-5 road trip. DJ, over to you now. We got takeaways from Rockets versus Knicks. I know you wanted to kind of pass that on to the GM, but
My man's going to bring the
I just
energy.
have to collect my thoughts. But
no, you're good. You're good. Go ahead.
It's been pathetic. It's been really pathetic.
It's been bad.
I'm piggybacking off what JP said. It's been pathetic. Like, I understand you're going against some of the best teams in the league. I understand that, but you got to give more of a fight. Even that win against the Pistons, that was terrible.
It felt hollow, low-key.
Yeah, it did.
Shouldn't have won.
Yes, we didn't give the Pistons a win this season. Allegations, okay, cool, but we were in a dogfight with the Pistons.
Yeah.
And the problem is when we're in a dogfight in the first couple minutes of the first quarter, okay, we're high praise. Okay, we about to do the thing. No, we just fall completely the fuck off. I'm like, what are we doing? Because that Knicks game, I think we were up maybe 4 or 5, towards the half minute mark. Okay, cool.
Right.
I understand losing the league happens, but they never got it back. They when New York was struggling in that first half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then they
They
went
only
into
had
that locker.
49 points.
Yeah, low scoring game at the halftime. But they went to that locker room. They said, "Hey man, let's turn the hell up." And it seemed like they couldn't miss. Jalen Brunson seemed like he couldn't miss. Julius Randle, OG Anunoby was hitting corner threes, which is our kryptonite right now on defense. It's terrible. It was terrible. I understand you're going against the Celtics, who had the best home record in the league and haven't lost this season.
It's the second night of a back-to-back.
Yeah, but you just, I think in that second quarter, you just laid down or not second quarter, second half, whatever, just laid down and gave up. Philly. And Joel Embiid is just Joel Embiid, man. You can't really stop him unless you're
Jokic.
I
So
guess.
if you were
Not
to
even Jokic,
pinpoint,
I don't know.
so why are DJ? Why do you think the Rockets are struggling right now though?
Well,
what is one of the key cogs here?
Teams are figuring this out. We're easy to figure out. Like he said, the Fred and Sengun pick her out. Okay, it works. Yes, it's top of the league and whatever. I saw a graphic on it last night.
It was tops and assists.
It was
that
number one.
Fred directly assists to Alperen. Yeah,
it was number one. But teams were like, hey, they're easy to read. Sengun grabs the ball. You see the weak side defender come over and try to rip the ball out or whatever.
Every time.
I've seen it every time. And Ime, I'm the same way. I trust you. Wherever you got going, hey, I'm gonna roll with it. But dude, we need
do something, man.
We gotta do something, man. We gotta figure out more. And I understand it's kind of hard to figure out when some of your players are not shooting well because like you said, Jalen, he's not shooting well. Jabari, I mean, he's doing his thing, but sometimes that we always ice him out.
Yeah, he's the forgotten guy on the offensive end.
And I hate that too because he was doing well in that first quarter with that. I thought he was about to go off that night because he dunked on Hardenstein, but he
dunked on Hardenstein. He hit a couple threes to start. That's why I was like, we're gonna have a big Jabari game.
We want to have a big Jabari game.
We're not feeding him.
We're not. Yeah, exactly. We don't feed him, and then we got to depend on Dylan to get some shots. And then the bench unit, I understand Cam is a rookie, but he doesn't know how to pass the ball right now. He's 19. He's a rookie. I'm giving him that leeway. Aaron Holiday, he's sort of a ball hog too. That bench unit is I think our most efficient player on the bench is maybe Jeff Green. And
that's not good.
Yeah, it's not good. Jeff Green is 38, 37. And
let's call a spade too. The bench sucks.
It sucks. Yes.
Yeah,
they are
the
sucks. Bench is bad.
It's bad, man.
Yeah.
I thought, some of these games we could have went one with the bench, but no, it didn't happen. It's just a lot. It's a lot. I think, but the main factor is we're easy to figure out now. And teams are okay, since they're gonna do that, boom, I'm about to counter you with this. We're going to go on the other end, score a bucket, because we know on the defensive end, their rotations are getting, bad now. I can't believe our defense has regressed, especially these past 10 games, but our defense has regressed bad. I understand Dylan has been out. I understand Tari has been out. But Ime Udoka's, identity, scheme, or not even scheme, identity, he's a defensive coach, man.
Yeah.
Come on. We went from a top 6-5 defense.
Top 6, top 5. We were number 1 at one point.
Tier.
Yeah, we're almost. I ain't gonna say we're almost bottom tier because there's worse defensive teams than us, but we're almost middle of the pack. Maybe.
Yeah, we're actually
overall.
Well, because we've been so good for a good portion of the year.
Yeah.
So it seems like what you're saying, DJ, for Dylan to come back, because that was our thought process. Hey, Dylan comes back, that defensive identity should be able to find itself. But I don't know if it's him trying to get his win back, obviously, and trying to get back into playing form, playing shape.
Yeah.
But the defense has been bad. They've been horrible.
Yeah.
And last game wasn't even a bad defensive game. They gave up 109 points. They
really wasn't.
scored enough to win.
Yep.
They had enough defense to win the game. I think I tweeted out something last night as in the defense was good enough to win. The offense didn't get the memo. They had it. They had enough of it. The only thing is that the second half when they let Jalen Brunson, because Jalen Brunson finished with 30, Julius Randle finished with 31. There's your problem right there. Is that towards the end of the game you let kind of Jalen Brunson go off, and that's kind of a big problem here.
We're letting these dynamic duos I know Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle. Then I think the Celtics game was Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Philly, Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey. I think Chicago, Kobe White, Zach LaVine. Even though Zach LaVine had made not a lot of points, but he was killing it on the boards
15
too.
rebounds.
Yeah. I guess Detroit. I don't even know about Detroit. Detroit's so ass right now, but yeah,
they played well.
Yeah,
they played well against us.
They played well against us.
They played well enough to beat us.
Yeah, Alec Burks shooting like he's Steph Curry and stuff, man. That was disheartening. Jaden Ivey, great player, talented player, but come on now, we shouldn't have Jaden Ivey looking like he's a lead against us, man. Especially at his time of his career. I know he's a second-year player, but no, man, that's a no-no.
No, we're at a point now where we got to really figure out. And I think this is where it gets really tough for Ime now because we're at the halfway point of the season, and we're on the outside looking in.
Yeah.
Playoffs start today. What have I been saying? Playoffs start today. We're not in.
I think we're the 11th.
We're 11th.
Yeah, because, bro, Utah, my goodness. I hate giving Utah props, but they've been playing like fucking dogs, man.
I know. We see them, right? We're seeing them on Monday, right?
Yeah, Monday or
We're seeing
Tuesday.
them next week,
early
next week.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a game. It's going to be a good game. And it's going to be, now that we're kind of trickling into the halfway point of the season, these games, especially the games that we're kind of in the dogfights with and trying to play for playoff position, it's going to be must-wins. Yeah. These are must-wins because if you tie the record, you need to beat them head-to-head. You need to have the head-to-head record so that way you can beat them in seeding position. So these games are starting to become must-wins now.
Yep.
And I hope Ime sees that and tries to trickle in different plays in the playbook. I hope Rafael Stone understands that.
Oh, yeah.
Because now he needs to think about who he's going to trade, who he's going to trade for, because now we're trickling in. We're getting closer now to the deadline, and we're going to have to try to get some pieces. They're going to have to figure out who is needed, what are their biggest needs are, what the holes they're trying to fill here, and who are the players that are available, and who are the players that we can trade, which I know Jock Landale is going to be on that.
Bye-bye.
Like
Goodbye.
100%.
Please leave.
100%. So, by and large, before we move on to the next segment, which is going to be a more fun segment because we get to talk about trades, I'm just going to say this. I'm not going to dive anymore. Y'all did a really good job deep diving into why the Rockets have been struggling on the road as of late. Rockets fans, I'm going to go directly to the camera one, and just tell y'all right now. You're 4-15 on the road. Your Rockets are 15-6 at home. We got a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde situation going on here, and I don't understand why. But I need something simple. I need the Rockets players go home. Unless you're not, if you're not home, go home, get some rest, go to sleep in your bed, turn around. We'll see you Friday for practice, and then fill Toyota Center up on Saturday night, and go fucking win games. Because we need to make the play-in. This year we have to make the play-in.
Yeah.
If we don't make the play-in, I'm telling y'all right now, there's going to be some major changes.
Yeah.
And I will go so far as to say no one is safe. Not one player Maybe Alperen Sengun, maybe. But I don't know if anyone is safe on this Rockets team.
Mm-hmm.
So they need to make the play-in this year. They need to figure it out, get whoever they need to get, make the play-in. So that's going to transition perfectly into our next segment, boys. This one's a little bit more fun. Because...
A little bit.
Come on, it's a lot more fun. We get to talk about who we may get. Like, these are players that may come to the Rockets. So trade deadline from this point is 3 weeks from today.
Yeah.
Big time, like I said in past episodes, big time for the Houston Rockets. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about some rumors, some trade rumors that have been running rampant as of late. 2 players in particular, which I talked a little bit about last episode, that have been linked directly with the Rockets who have shown interest. 2 players, Clint Capela, Harrison Barnes, directly. 2 players I immediately believe if you get either of them, you immediately catapult yourself. Like, you plug them in right now, they'll be serviceable right out of the gate. You'll win games. You'll see a turnaround. I think these 2 players are that impactful. DJ, over to you first. What have you been thinking so far in regards to getting possibly a Clint Capela or a Harrison Barnes? Is there any player in particular, if you can only get one, is there a preference in who you would want?
Oh, man, that's a good question. I'm not really sure about Harrison Barnes. I know Clint Capela. I would love to have Clint Capela back. The only thing is
as a backup center,
yeah,
come on now.
Is he going to accept that backup big role? I mean, I know he's kind of taking a back seat.
Starting right now?
He's kind of taking a back seat to Okongwu and maybe Jalen Johnson because they're both like playing good.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he will maybe want to start. But I think him coming back here, to an organization he's familiar with, not the front office like all the way, because I'm not sure Stone was, he wasn't the general manager when he was Clint was here. But, a city he's familiar with, hey, I'll take a hometown discount, help you guys out for a little bit, because we got goals to achieve.
Come on,
I think probably Clint Capela, because like I've stated before, Alperen Sengun was taking like the offensive or the bigger offensive load, and I think he needs a break. He obviously needs a break, man. You got, and as well as Jeff Green. I understand Jeff Green, he's been doing his job, but like I said, the man is 37, 38, and he's like 6'9". Mm-hmm. Like most of the bigs in the league are pushing 7 foot. Like, you won't find a backup big or a big in the league that's maybe under 6'10".
Yeah.
So I would love to see Clint Capela on the team. Harrison Barnes, I would not be opposed to. He obviously won a championship with the Warriors in 2015. He brings veteran leadership. He brings playoff experience. He's a good 3-point shooter. He's a good 3-point shooter. I don't know what
we need.
Yeah, which we need. I don't know what it's looking like this year, but in the past,
he's got the pedigree.
Yeah. We need shooting. We need shooting. But for me, I think just getting it back up big. Helping Sengun out. I hope we're looking at guards too. Just to
we should.
We should.
We need a backup point guard.
We need a backup point guard.
Who's the player that y'all said last week?
I think Tyus Jones.
I
want Tyus Jones.
Yeah, I would love to have Tyus
I
Jones.
think
that's as wishful as we can get.
Yeah.
I think they can swing for Tyus Jones and Clint Capela. I don't think the asking price for Clint Capela is going to be super high.
Nah, I think they're ready to get. I think
they want to move on from that contract
because Atlanta was like everybody's available except for Jalen Johnson and Trae Young. So I think they're ready to like, hey, Clint, we might move you. So and we thank you for your service, but it's about that time, man. So
yeah.
Atlanta, I would highly recommend y'all to look into this really great prospect that we're going to have coming your way from Australia.
Please.
I mean, he's struggling this year.
No. So don't tell that. He's doing great.
Yeah, he's doing great.
He's doing great.
Sorry.
In practice.
You can't hide the stat. We can't hide the stats.
Stats can be misleading.
You're
That's
right.
all I was
He's
saying.
like you know what?
That's a fair way to put it.
Atlanta, Jock Lawndale is like Shane Battier. He's the no stats all star. Just doesn't get enough credit.
There you go.
He gives you effort.
No, I love it. I mean, I love the idea. And talk about this real quick, actually, before I give it to the GM. If you get Clint, you can run a big lineup. Alperen Sengun, you can run him at the 4 for a little. Depending on who's.
I'm just worried about his defense.
Oh yeah,
that's. I think he'll be fine on the defensive side, but offensive side, I wouldn't mind.
Clint at one point used to be able to switch everything in that 2018 offense. It's not 2018 defense, not the same, obviously.
Yeah, it's not.
He's a bit older now, so yeah, we're gonna see what's gonna happen here. GM, over to you. Look, we've got Harrison Barnes, we got Clint Capela.
Yeah,
ripe for the picking. Mm-hmm. I think maybe possibly one of them can come to Houston. Overall thoughts of the latest in the rumors?
Man, I mean, I'm happy that the Rockets are searching out for players that they need
He did
in
this
terms of help. As much as I agree with DJ in terms if I had to pick one, he went with Clint Capela. I'd actually go the opposite. I'd take Harrison Barnes.
Let's fucking go.
Let me explain my reasoning. Let me
Barnes.
explain my reasoning.
It's a personal preference.
My reasoning is this: Harrison Barnes helps us in ways that we are immensely struggling in. We cannot shoot the ball. Okay, I do get it. I do want Alpy to have some help too, but I think that we can probably get away with Jeff Green and Jabari Smith Jr. if Harrison Barnes is on the floor with them. He's definitely an upgrade in terms of whoever is on the floor that we have now. Jayshawn Tate. I don't even know who's running at the 4 right now with the bench unit, but it just overall just not looking
it's
very solid. Just imagine Harrison Barnes alongside of Jabari Smith Jr. or Jeff Green, Cam Whitmore, Amen Thompson.
And can I plug this in, by the way? He's averaging 40% from 3 this year.
There you go. See, that's
okay. I'll change my answer.
11 points a game, 40%.
That's the thing. That's the thing that we need the most. I mean, as much as I would love a big, I think that we can probably find a value big on waivers or whomever, these buyout candidates, unless these guys want to go to championship teams, which I totally understand. But I think Harrison Barnes is a part of what this team needs nucleus-wise. A veteran that's smart, been there, understands the grind. He can probably relate to Ime Udoka as well. He's not as highly heralded.
Tough player.
He's Ime Udoka, forward for championship teams. Harrison Barnes, forward for championship teams. His defense isn't top-notch, but his defense is there. He's certainly strong. He might be a little undersized to play the 4, but he can definitely guard the 3 and the 4 and certain possessions the 5. Defensively, he's stout. He's good enough in terms of limited minutes. So I'm not too worried about the overall aspect in terms of a big. It's mostly the shooting. But what Harrison Barnes brings is a dual threat, both sides of the court. That's the thing. And with that, he can definitely help this lineup immensely. It'll probably put Aaron Holiday, Jayshawn Tate to the bench, allow Cam Whitmore, Amen Thompson to flourish alongside either Fred or Jalen Green on the floor, whomever they try to run with. But I really do like that lineup if they start to kind of like rotate in a little bit of the, what's it called? What's the word? When they start to
Did it rotate?
Not rotate, but I mean float the minutes to where they're not always
stagger.
Stagger
The minutes, yeah.
Yes. So that's kind of what I want to see.
idea.
That's what I see with Harrison Barnes.
Harrison will come off the bench too, right?
Definitely. Definitely Harrison will come off the bench.
Yeah.
But he's going to definitely play some impactful minutes off the bench. He could potentially close games.
Well, I actually think Harrison's actually going to end up taking the minutes that Jeff Green has currently been playing. So Jeff Green closes games. Has been closing a lot of games lately. I think those are the minutes that Harrison Barnes is most likely to absorb.
Yeah.
So I think, and that's good because Jeff Green, for all intents and purposes, Jeff Green is a break glass in case of emergency. That's all he's supposed to be.
Yeah, he wasn't signed here to be.
Jeff Green was not signed to play 20 minutes a game.
Yeah, definitely not.
I'm sorry, he's not signed to do that. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. If you guys date back to the first 10 episodes of Summit State of Mind, you guys know how I feel about Harrison Barnes.
This man's a Harrison Barnes stan.
It's a personal preference first and
He's
foremost.
loved this man for years.
You have expressed your love for Harrison.
Harrison Barnes, small forward out of North Carolina, 2012 draft pick, number 8 overall. Harrison Barnes, you'll look damn good in red, baby. I personally believe, all jokes aside, I always believed that Harrison Barnes plugged into that James Harden offense in the past was going to be perfect.
Oh, he would have been better than Trevor Reeves.
Right.
Sorry ass.
Oh, 100%.
I'm sorry, Trevor. If you watch it,
You know I love Trevor,
but
too.
make a 3, man. God, damn it, man. One.
I know.
Okay.
I can't even.
I'm getting off track.
I can't say anything negative because I met Trevor in person and he's actually a real good dude. So, but
My bad, Trevor.
But Harrison Barnes is essentially, if you guys want to understand his game, other than looking at YouTube highlights, if you're not going to do that, I would highly recommend watching Jabari's game because that's their game is very similar. Very strong mid-range game. Strong three-point shooter, averaging 40% this year, averaging 11 points from the floor. Spot 3-4 player. Can play a little bit of 3, play the 4. He can do a little bit of everything. I think the Rockets can get one of Clint Capela or Harrison Barnes. And the interest for both, I can report right now, is strong. So the Rockets are going to go heavy on these two. They're going to want one. I think the only thing is it's going to be a little tough of an ask for the Kings. They want a strong. That's reported by USA Today that they want a strong swingman in return. So
he wears the number 8 jersey. You will love him, man. You will love him. Go ahead and come get him, man.
I mean, there's a young gentleman by the name of Aaron Holiday.
Yeah.
Young and spry.
And he's a great shooter.
Absolutely. You know, he can handle the
how y'all are
ball,
selling.
come off the bench. He's literally a microwave.
Yeah, man.
My man will make buckets for y'all over there,
Y'all are
man.
selling so hard for this guy.
Got you. There's a guy who hasn't even played yet. Victor Oladipo, former All-Star.
Oh, yeah.
Got you. Strong.
He's
swing
viable
man.
right now. He's viable right now.
Vic
We'll
Oladipo.
We'll see. Those are like the 2 players. So those are the 2 players that are reported right now to be linked with the Rockets. If we know Raphael Stone well enough, he may get a player that's not even named currently. We don't know what's going to happen in terms of that. But like I said, the stove is starting to get hot. We're not an NBA pod, so we're not going to dive into it. But Pascal Siakam just got traded. So that is kind of the first domino to fall in terms of major trades before the deadline. So I fully expect there to kind of start, like rumors will start getting more rampant. And the Rockets, to know what the Rockets are going for, they're going to definitely have their hands in every bit of the pot. I think that's basically what's going to end up happening. Real quick, boys, before we move on to our next segment, if you were Raphael Stone, what is the biggest need currently? DJ, over to you first. Like, if you were to pick one need, what's the biggest need? Like, for example, we got 3-point shooting, backup 5, a backup 1. What is the biggest need?
I don't want to say backup 5 because I'm sound like a broken record right now. I'm going to say 3-point shooting, most likely, because, you know, it kind of regressed. I mean, we're still making shots.
It's been so bad on the road, though.
It's been bad on the road, though. So I'm going to say 3-point shooting.
Okay, good call. GM, over to you.
Shooting. I'm with DJ there. I mean, the defense, we have the defensive template, you know, with Ime, but you can only go so far with defense. You got to make buckets. And in this league, it's a make or miss league, and it's our time to make. And if we get some help.
Oh, that's a bar?
Yeah.
That's a bar?
There you
Okay.
go.
Okay.
We're going to end it
Not
like
bad.
that. We're just going to end it right there.
Okay, that was a bar. He was like, that was a damn bar. Holy shit. Okay. In my opinion, as much as I love, and I do love Harrison Barnes, and I really, really want him, and he's probably my number 1. I think the Rockets need a backup 1. I think the Rockets need to alleviate some minutes off of Fred. I account a lot of the reason why he's shooting a low percentage because of his legs. Those legs are shot right now. He won't admit it because Fred's a dog.
Yeah.
He's just going to put his head down and do the work. He ain't going to complain.
Yeah.
But he's tired, and you can kind of see him getting tired. He's not beating anybody off the dribble anymore either, if you notice it.
He was like in last night's game. It was like
He wasn't beating anybody.
He wasn't making like the layups he usually makes either. I'm like, Jesus freaking Christ, Fred.
These legs are dead.
Yeah, you can see
he's
it.
tired.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. And the best thing about this show is that if any major trade happens, we will be reporting it, and we will put out an episode as soon as possible. So that's going to be very exciting stuff. 3 weeks from the trade deadline. Boys, 1-5 road trip. Who is our DAWG dog? No yeet. Sorry. It's been a no yeet moment.
That was
sorry,
serious.
guys.
That was serious.
Well, it's no yeet. We haven't been playing well. It's a no yeet. So when we play well, it's yeet. When we don't play well, it's no yeet. And you guys stare into the camera like Jimmy Uso when you say it. You like
No
that?
yeet. No. I'm playing.
All right, let's talk about it. Roundtable discussion right now. Who's our dog of the week? If we have any. DJ? Do you want it to go to the GM first?
No.
There's no dog of the week. We won against the Pistons by a close game. No dog of the week for me.
Damn.
Over to you, GM.
That is so real.
Is there a dog of the week?
I mean, no one really deserves it, but I mean, I'm gonna give big ups to Dylan for coming back earlier than expected. That is about as I can go. I know a lot of people are probably gonna be like, "Yo, it should be LP or it should be Fred," but I mean, one in
equivalent of a
5 on the
trophy.
road is not it.
It's not it,
And
man.
you know, I know that we normally
Participation trophy.
glorify these
Exactly.
guys with the dog of the week, but I'm gonna give it to Dylan. My man played 39 minutes last night. What more can you ask for someone for a team that sucks currently? And he's coming off an oblique injury. And if anyone understands how hard it is to recover from an oblique injury, it sucks. Look how long Jordan and Jose Altuve were out this year.
Yeah.
We're going to revert back to baseball. But what I'm saying is this, is like to have that kind of core strength and ability to come back, Dylan Brooks is just another version of Pat Beverly, Wolverine type shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give it to him because he came back. The team is struggling, but he's doing the best he can on the floor. And you can tell that he hasn't caught his wind completely. But once we get back home, we're going to see more of the normal Dillon Brooks and the normal Houston Rockets. But at this point in time, this will be the second time I gave Dillon Brooks Dog of the Week, yeah? I think? I don't remember.
Yeah, I think he's earned it like
I'm not too sure
at this point.
But I'm going to give it to him.
I came into this entire episode going with what DJ said. I wasn't going to give anybody Dog of the Week because I didn't think anyone earned it at this point. But damn it, GM makes a good point because Dillon did come back from an oblique injury.
Okay,
and that is not an easy...
And I give him props for that.
Okay, we're going to give it to him.
I'll give,
but like I said, this is literally a participation trophy.
Yeah.
At this point,
We'll see what the listeners and the commenters say.
We'll see. So we'll go with Dillon Brooks as Dog of the Week. That's like not as wanting, but we'll go ahead and
Congratulations,
do it anyways.
Dillon.
All right, so boys, let's get ready to go home here. But before we do, I do have to give once again a shout out to Celebrity Mint.
Woo!
Gotta do it one time. Can I get a woo?
Woo!
Woo!
Can I pass this to you, DJ? Can you hold this? Wait. Okay. Can you catch with two hands?
I saw.
Two hands. There you go. All right, flash it to them one time while I do the ad. All right, y'all. So let's talk about it right now. Celebrity Mint is a family-owned and Houston-based company that we are proud to call part of the Apollo family. Of course, they had already debuted their new sports memorabilia series, the Mike Tyson made of silver and gold, and the Ric Flair, which he's holding right now. Mike Tyson and Ric Flair Legend Series collection can be currently found right now on CelebrityMint.com. Give them a follow on their socials at the Celebrity Mint. Let's get ready to go home here, boys. But before we do, we did a little something interesting last week.
I don't know.
And
what did we do?
We've talked about enough negativity here.
What did
I got producer Garrett over here to our left.
What did I say? What happened?
Who's the king of Off the Gridiron, which is a Texans podcast. And the Houston Texans are going to war on Saturday with a certain number 1 seed against the Baltimore Ravens. DJ, over to you.
What did I say?
Real quick. Give a score prediction. Go.
Well, before that, what did I say? What happened, Cleveland? I told you that what happened. Y'all thought I was fucking lying? Got that ass spanked. Anyways, onto Baltimore. 27-24, Texas win.
Oh,
My man's sticking to it. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to go 2017 Texans.
Wow.
Man. I'm getting tingles.
Big
man.
game. That's a big game, man.
I'm getting tingles, man.
Oh, my God. Okay. I'm
It's
good.
importance, boys.
Before I do, I'm going to call Garrett.
Garrett!
I know you had already dropped your score prediction, but can you drop it here for our folks at the summit?
Yes, I can. Here, let me get down low.
Yes, please.
28-27, Texans win. We win by 1 point because the Ravens are leading 27-21 with a minute to go left in the fourth. 2 timeouts. C.J. Stroud drives down the field, scores the game-winning touchdown.
To who?
With 15 seconds. Dalton Schultz.
Okay.
And the time runs out for the Baltimore Ravens, and the Texans move on to the AFC Championship game for the first time in franchise history. Let's go.
Let's go!
That was hype, man. I am ready for Saturday.
Hype. We got me want to put the pads back on, man.
The damn mic. Texans win 27-20. That's mine. They win via touchdown.
Ooh,
they win by a whole damn touchdown. And like Garrett said, first appearance. And this seems to be the year of revenge. We got the revenge against Joe Flacco. I think it's time to get revenge against Baltimore. In Baltimore, shouts to Jacoby Jones.
Oh, he is also the team
he's
captain.
He's going to be on
Legend
Baltimore
representative.
sideline, man.
So, shouts to Jacoby Jones. I think this is the year of revenge, so I can't wait. I'm excited to see it. If y'all are currently in the city of Houston, be sure to go to our watch party, Apollo's watch party with the Texans at Big City Wings off the Katy Freeway. Can't wait to see each and every one of y'all there. We had a packed house the last time we had a watch party, and we're expecting a lot more, especially with the Texans having an away game. GM, let's go ready to go home here. Give the people what they want one time.
All right, everyone, make sure to show up and show out. Follow me on Twitter at JP_Mirabueno. Make sure to follow the podcast on Twitter and TikTok whenever we do post TikToks at Summit SOMPOD. And make sure to follow us on Instagram as well at Summit State of Mind _POD. And make sure to follow our people, our brothers, our brethren at Apollo NBA and at Apollo HOU. Make sure to super kick that subscribe button on Apollo HOU YouTube, so you can get notifications to watch podcasts just like ours and other podcasts like Play Action Takes, our NFL podcast that they just released their their wild card post game or
wild card
post wild
Divisional
card
prediction?
weekend
Not
divisional prediction. I think that's probably going to release later this week. And Zero Gravity, starring our boys Stoney and Josh. Make sure to follow that NBA podcast as well. So make sure to tune in, guys, and let's have some fun.
Sounds good. Sounds good. You can follow DJ at
Hustletown season SZN. Please stop sucking Rockets. Pause.
It's pain. It's real pain, right?
Pain. I'm sorry.
It's real pain.
We're all feeling it, man.
It's okay. Let's talk positively. Texans are in.
Call Ridge. I believe in you, Call Ridge. Let's get it, man.
Hey, that's wow. You dropped the legal name.
I dropped the legal name because I
Fantastic. You love to see it.
I love Call Ridge, man. I love him. I love him.
It's a pretty. Hey, it's a cold name. Ooh, you like that?
I like that.
You can
I like
follow
that.
me on Twitter as well at Summit Commish. Shout out to our Apollo podcast brethren that continue to kill the game one time. BTD, Beyond the Diamond Crown Jewel of Astros podcast. Be sure to give them your first listen for all Astros content. Shout outs once again to Off the Gridiron one time Apollo Texans. They continue to kill it along with CJ Stroud. He is him. Once again, be sure to give him your first listen for all Houston Texans content. And we thank each and every one of y'all for making us your first listen for all Houston Rockets content. Boys, let's get ready to go home here on a successful episode 202. Let's get ready to go home here as our producer gives us the go home cue. And I'm going to go with what I always say. Go Summit. Go Apollo. Go home, Rockets. Sleep in your bed. Win some damn games. Go Rockets. DJ, do the thing.
Yeet.